Good evening and welcome to Patriot Gym here in Pattonville, where the Prairiland Lady Patriots are getting ready for senior night against the Chisum Lady Mustangs. I'm Stephen Johnson here to bring you this rivalry matchup here in Lamar County. And certainly a tough one to host senior night on for the Prairiland Lady Patriots, as they are looking to secure the fourth playoff spot out of District 12 3A. And of course, the Chisum Lady Mustangs, having already secured a district crown, they stand at 34-4, 8-0 in district. Meanwhile, the Prairiland Lady Patriots 13-21 on the season, and then 3-5 in district, looking to hold off the Mount Vernon Lady Tigers for that final playoff spot. And with that being said, both of these teams, you talk to them before the game, talk to coaches, talk to players, and everybody is in agreement. Whenever it comes to a rivalry matchup, obviously the Chisum Lady Mustangs, ranked number 3 in the state in Class 3A, there are a lot of expectations put on them now, but everyone pretty much feels like when it's a rivalry, you throw it all out the window. Your opponent's going to bring their best game, so you better be sure that you're bringing your best as well, or you might be walking out with a 0-game winning streak instead of a 26-game winning streak, which is what Chisum certainly is looking to accomplish here tonight. That 25-game win streak that they're currently on is the best in Chisum Lady Mustang school history, something they're looking to build on. Meanwhile, Prairiland, they are looking to build on some district success, get into the postseason, and see if they can't make a little bit of noise with some of the seniors that are leading the way. Leland Jones, Addie Bettis, Brooklyn Robertson, Sophia Santos. Those young ladies were celebrated here tonight at Prairiland's Patriot Gym. And those are going to be the girls that lead the charge for the Prairiland Lady Patriots, along with Coach Brettley Beasley, Kayla Spray as well. And we just, this is why I got to keep my wits about me up here. We nearly had a volleyball take out our set, but, nonetheless, we're under 3 minutes until we get this thing going. Of course, we're going to have national anthem, starting lineups, the whole 9 yards for both of these teams. And for the Prairiland Lady Patriots, already a little bit of an emotional night. They got to share some thoughts and feelings from the seniors to their teammates, and that's certainly always something that can pull on the heartstrings without question. And by the way, thank you guys so very much for being patient. I know that the schedule said 6:45, but when you have a freshman game, a JV game, those can go 2 games, they can go 3 games. The times are always loose whenever it comes to high school volleyball, but we are about ready to get this one underway. And these are two teams that, they just enjoy playing the game. Out there, Coach Beasley smiling, laughing with her girls as they warm up. And then the Chisum Lady Mustangs, they could fall behind 10-0 in a set, and they are going to play loose. They are going to be laughing, picking each other up. So these are two teams that don't necessarily feel the pressure, even though from both sides there's plenty of pressure being applied. We've talked about for Prairiland, you got to secure a playoff spot. You want that number 4 spot to keep your season going. And then on the other end for the Chisum Lady Mustangs, you're looking at that win streak. You're looking at the number 3 ranking, expectations being put on you. So, there are plenty of pressure moments for both of these teams, as we are now 1 minute away from the opening set here at Prairiland Patriot Gym. And I got to say, I've always been impressed with this venue. I've always been very, very impressed with this 3A school kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And it is phenomenal for them to have everything they have. Community backs them up. Big-time support from the Prairiland Patriot crowd. And that's how they end up with stuff like this. It's top-notch in Class 3A. Really, really beautiful stuff. And, I can remember whenever this gym opened up. I think I was in high school in Mount Pleasant. We came out here to play a basketball play-in game, and it was a brand new gym at that time, and we were just stunned. We couldn't believe that this was a 3A gym. And I think that people still sometimes will come in here, walk into Patriot Gym, and be a little taken aback, like, wow, man, you guys really, really do it up right here in Pattonville. And it's not just district contest out of 12-3A, but an in-county rivalry as well. And preparing for the starting lineups and for our nation's anthem, I'm never really entirely sure which one they're going to go with first. But nonetheless, got a couple of souvenirs for the fans that they'll toss out, and a great crowd here tonight. Certainly for the home Prairiland Lady Patriots, but on the other side, packed on the visitor side for a Chisum Mustang crowd that has been So thank you very much for the playing of our nation's anthem. We're going to get ready for the starting lineups. And for the visiting Chisum Lady Mustangs, we're going to be looking at Destiny Bennett, Heidi Wheaton, Kiki Ball, Logan Meyer, Jaslyn Smith, Caitlin Springett, and Addie Bradbury. And I mean, they run deep on this team. You're going to see a lot of, Olivia Crawford. You're going to see a lot of Kyrie Dirksen. And so for the Chisum Lady Mustangs, certainly no question that, they get pretty much everyone rotated in. And whenever those all-district and all-state accolades start rolling in after the postseason, you're going to see a lot of red and gray on them as well. Just a memorable, phenomenal year for the Chisum Lady Mustangs. And the home team looking to play some spoiler here tonight as the Prairiland Lady Patriots come through, make their way, and throw some souvenir small miniature volleyballs into the crowd. And you've got Leland Jones, Ashlyn Anderson, Jara Johnson, Haley Maldonado, Addie Bettis, McKee O'Neill, Brooklyn Robertson, and Sofia Santos. And then, as customary in high school volleyball, both teams will run out to the middle of the court, shake hands, and we'll get this thing underway with set number one. Of course, tonight, standard, best of 5, first to 3 wins. As the Prairiland Lady Patriots run through, give their coach a high five. The Chisum Lady Mustangs circled up at the top of the key, if you will, on the basketball court side. And lots of laughs, lots of smiles. Both of these teams look like they're ready to come out here and play loose. And I guess we should give a little bit of a disclaimer, if you will, a little bit of a warning. We do have the Chisum Mustang, Lady Mustang student section that is, I would guess about 5 feet away from our crowd mic. So take that for what you will. And I did give them a little warning, like, guys, let's, cheer, go hard, love your team, all of that, language and whatnot. And so we are on the floor and getting ready for service, starting out with Kiki Ball getting things going. Set up for Santos, and this one kept in the air by Ball. Smith sends it back over. O'Neal to Bettis, and this one falls to the floor. And the Prairiland Lady Patriots start out with the first kill of the night. It'll be Jared Johnson. Sophomore who has had a very good year. Got her varsity career started as a freshman a season ago. And here's Bradbury, always going to put a big swing on it. On the other side, Maldonado nearly found the floor, but Springett is there. And this is a rally that is going back and forth between these two teams. This time Meyer shoots it over, and Bettis will send it right back. Set for Smith. And the Chisum Lady Mustangs are on the board. Service will go over to Jazz Smith. Early goings of this one. Tough serve to handle, 0 rotation. And that's always a difficult one. O'Neal bumps it forward, and a big swing from Santos. Jazz. And it is Dirksen who pops it back to Prairiland, and then Bettis fires it into the net. And so far, Prairiland, obviously extremely early goings of this one, but those first couple of rallies did a phenomenal job of not being the one to make the mistake, as O'Neal punches it over from the middle of the floor. And this one catches the corner. So Prairiland scored that first point. And then it has been Chisum getting 3 straight. And again, just no rotation on that serve, making it incredibly difficult. And this one catches the net. Didn't quite get what she needed on that one. 4-2. And that'll bring Ashlyn Anderson. Anderson to serve. Springett. Ball sets. And a good swing that time from Wheaton. And here comes Bradbury, and she gets it pushed into the net, and the point will go over to the Prairiland Lady Patriots. As you guys come in on Facebook watching this match, I appreciate you guys being here. Be sure that you share it to your page so that the community can know where they can watch this rivalry matchup. One team looking to keep their incredible, immaculate win streak intact. The other looking to punch their ticket to the playoffs. So very important matchup here tonight. A lot of interest in our community, so share it to you. Addie Bradbury at the service line as the Chisum Lady Mustangs. And just a wicked, the curveball doesn't have just a ton of velocity. That sinker can come at you 88, 89 miles an hour and then dip at the last second. That's what that serve looked like from Bradbury. If I can make a cross-sports reference. Pushed over by Meyer. And Jared Johnson sends it back to Prairiland and to Chisum. And now, after a little bit of back and forth to get this thing started, we had a 4-3 contest, and Chisum Lady Mustangs starting to take control here in Pattonville in this first set. And that is exactly what I was talking about. A serve, it gets over. And timeout here in Pattonville. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be right back on Game Day.
Yay! We're so excited you decided to become a member.
Thanks. I didn't think it would be this easy.
I know. We've opened up memberships so even more people can take advantage of our amazing services.
Are you going to clean this up?
Become a new member and take advantage of all RRCU can offer. Experience the credit union difference anytime, anywhere.
No, seriously, are you gonna clean this up?
Do you RRCU?
And we are back here in Pattonville, where coming right into the middle of that rally, the Chisum Lady Mustangs take the point and lead 10-3. Set number 1, and Bradbury, and I tell you what, she's got it working tonight from the service line as that one catches the top of the net, skips right over, and she will head back. And that's the thing about this Chisum team is they just have so many young ladies who can do so many things. They're very well-rounded, not as a team, but as individual players, because you just finished with Jazz Smith at the service line, and now you get Addie Bradbury, and at some point, you're going to get Springett back there, and you're going to get Kiki Ball. Each and every one of those young ladies can really brings something crazy with the serve. And here's Meyer. Great job by Robertson from Prairiland to dig that one up. And Wheaton. Great attempt from Jared Johnson. And now 13-3. Bradbury once again. Prairiland controls the serve this time. Sent over by Bettis, set up, and there's Wheaton. And I think that time you go up for the block, single block in the middle, you get a piece of it, but just keeps headed back towards Johnson, but the deflection of it was just enough to really throw her off. And now suddenly the Chisum Lady Mustangs, as they can do in the blink of an eye, are just commanding this match. Great job by Santos to get that one over. Phenomenal reaction. Great double block at the net. There's Santos along with Bettis. And the Prairiland Lady Patriots They'll come up to serve. Spring it, pops it up. Sent over by Bennett. And a big swing on the outside from Bennett. And I'll tell you, the Chisum Lady Mustangs, they've got plenty of height, as you're going to have Olivia Crawford rotating in. And obviously, you know, like I said, a lot of length, a lot of height for the Chisum Lady Mustangs at the net. And then Bennett, you know, probably stature-wise the shortest of those young ladies, is a great job getting that ball back over, just couldn't quite keep it in on the free ball sent back. But and now it'll be Logan Meyer. Bettis takes a nice swing down the line, and Chisum comes right back. Prairiland certainly knew this was going to be a tall task, taking on the number 3 team in the state. But nonetheless, 19-4. A lot of volleyball left to play as Meyer serve goes deep. And it'll be Bettis. And this one catches the net and goes right back over. (20-5). And Chisum Lady Mustangs with Spring It to serve. Set up, Jones. Just a little touch over. And a job well done from Prairiland to get that one under control, but the swing to send it is going to end up in the net. And that net has, you know, been a little bit of an op so far for Prairiland. Set up for Bettis. She takes a nice swing. On the other end, here's Bradbury. O'Neal to Johnson. And points going to be awarded over to the Prairiland Lady Patriots as Maldonado rotates in, and it'll be Anderson to take a seat. And McKee O'Neal set to serve. Nice serve from O'Neal. And there's Bennett. Johnson pushes it over and finds the floor. So O'Neal got it started with a quality serve. And another one. Chisum does a great job handling those. As I tell you, it's always tough to handle a shot from Addie Bradbury regardless of where she's at on the floor. I love talking to Coach Laura Nickerson about Bradbury, and she's like, man, sometimes I tell her, like, go for the dump kill, you know, change it up. And yes, sometimes Bradbury will do that, but if she can go up there and swing away, she's going to swing away. Speaking of a big swing, and this one will be just out, a little bit long. And Kyrie Dirksen, you know, we mentioned all those Chisum Lady Mustangs who do a phenomenal job, and a great job there from Bettis. There's Bradbury one more time. Can't keep it in on the block. Great attempt from Leland Jones. Right there, did everything that you had to do. Ball just didn't want to work with you, and it ends up wide. And Dirksen, with Chisum sitting at 24, looking to put that final point on the board here in the first set. And there's Bradbury. Great attempt from Bettis, but Bradbury too strong. And the first set goes 25-7 in favor of the Chisum Lady Mustangs. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back with set number 2 here on Game Day.
We're here at the biggest game of the year for the kickoff. And I say these local guys have no competition, John.
No doubt, Stephen. Why sweat in the press box?
When you can sit like a king.
And we got the best seats in the house right here, baby.
Where every seat is the best seat.
Oh yeah, Texas Furniture and Appliance. Local since 1927.
These players are definitely in their comfort zone.
You say something?
Ready to rep your banking and a debit card that shows your school pride? Our student account is built for your game plan.
Get in the game. Open yours today.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
At Moore Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Paris, we can make your next vehicle purchase simple, stress-free, and built around you. Whether you're looking for the right price. And with over 700 five-star reviews, our customers know that our friendly, knowledgeable staff is here for you. So come see us off the loop in Paris, Texas, and for more details, visit morecdjr.com.
And back in Pattonville at Prairiland Patriot Gym, as these two teams on the court, the Chisum Lady Mustangs took set number 1, and they will send their 6 to the floor, and includes Logan Meyer, Kyrie Dirksen, Addie Bradbury, Kiki Ball, Jazz Smith, as well as Caitlin Springett. And for the Prairiland Lady Patriots, McKee O'Neill, Leland Jones, Jared Johnson, Sophia Santos, Addie Bettis, and Haley Maldonado. Brooklyn Robertson rotating for Leland Jones. And it will be Jera at the service line for the Prairiland Lady Patriots to get this second set underway. Springett and Meyer will free ball over. Set up short, and Santos, great job there, is just like in the first set, the Prairiland Lady Patriots score the first kill.
Why isn't your shirt off?
On the other side, just like in the first set, as we mentioned. Chisum gets that point back as Heidi Wheaton comes in. Caitlin Springett will rotate out, and Jazz Smith, handled by Bettis, set up. Santos a little wide. And the point goes over to the Chisum Lady Mustangs.
What does that T stand for?
And a great job from Prairiland handling a Tufts. And this one, let's see. They're going to say this one falls just out following the block at the net, 3-1. That one was awfully close. Johnson and O'Neill. And so the ruling there is going to be 4 hits. Didn't quite get enough over the net where Chisum had to send it back. So Chisum never got a touch on the ball. And Jazz Smith will serve once again. And, you know, the Chisum Lady Mustangs, it's kind of like, you know, like I said in that first set, I love making the cross sports references as Addie Bettis hits this one into the net. And, you know, the net was a big issue in that first set, but, you know, for Chisum, like I said, cross sports reference, think of those mid to late 20 teens Golden State Warriors with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and, you know, Draymond Green, all those guys, and they could just overwhelm you with the three ball. It didn't matter. They could drop 15, 17 points in the blink of an eye, and next thing you know, you're looking up like, what happened to the score? Look, what happened in this game? And then Steph Curry comes up and, you know, drops another three. That can be a lot of what it feels like to play. And Chisum had a little trouble with it, but able to get it back over. And then there's Wheaton going right up with Santos. Set to ball, big swing, and gets it to land. And what I mean by that, that first set, you know, you had Prairiland score the first point. This was, fourth. Addie Bradbury goes into the net. So now it'll be Robertson. Kiki ball, back set to Smith. And this one will go long. The point goes over to Prairiland. And Prairiland Lady Patriots looking like they're playing a little bit looser here in the second set. They're now 6-5. Robertson again, set to serve. To take it to 7-5. And I'll tell you this, one at all cost, and I don't care the sport, volleyball, football, when basketball and baseball, I am avoiding any 6-7 score possible. So here is, thank you. Thank you, Heidi Wheaton. We go 8-5, so we don't have to deal with the whole 6-7 deal. I don't even know what's going on there. But nonetheless, Meyer serves. Bettis put a nice swing on it, but Spring It is there. And now Bennett again. And a great save from Jared Johnson defensively. Phenomenal job, and then hustling to get back into position. Here's Bradbury. Johnson again. And then that looked like Addie Bettis, who gets the kill here in this set. Chisum leads 8-6. Remember, this was kind of the part in that first set where Chisum just took off. Meanwhile, Chisum gets one to fall here and collecting that other point. And that's what you have to do if you're the Prairiland Lady Patriots is, you know, weather the storm. You know that it's final run and win a set or two. Meanwhile, the Chisum Lady Mustangs and Logan Meyer coming in for Meyer, rotating in, coming in for Meyer, rotating in, and see if we can't make a little bit of a run. Meanwhile, the Chisum Lady Mustangs sets. Johnson popped up, controlled, and here is Bradbury, and a great job on the back end by Bettis. And then just a little dump from Chisum. And here's Bennett. There's Bettis one more time. Johnson, Spring It now. And just some phenomenal defense being played on this rally by these two teams. Here's Crawford. But guess what? Bettis right there in the way. Meyer to Bradbury. Yeah, no one's getting to that one. And from anywhere on the floor, that one kind of right there in the middle, put a dent in the hardwood. As Kyrie Dirksen goes to the service line for Chisum. Set by O'Neal, and good swing from Johnson as Prairiland, I'll tell you what, they're sticking around here in this second set, 12-9. And a lot of these, I tell you, the Prairiland Lady Patriots, you know, the serve receive could go either way. They're finding a way to keep that ball in an area where they can make a play on it. This time, not so much. Crawford comes out. It'll be Kiki Ball ready to serve. And back set, dumped over and then set to the outside. Here's Bradbury. Nice job from Santos at the net. She puts a little swing on it, and then point is going to be awarded over to the Prairiland Lady Patriots on a lift. 13-10. It'll be Johnson to serve. Spring it. That one finds its way over some way, somehow. And the Chisum Lady Mustangs having a little bit of a laugh after it, as Spring it will rotate out, head to the bench, but I don't know, that one is kind of just the ball bouncing your way, if you will. The other end of it, looking down the barrel, if you will. That ball is moving every which way, and you just got to hope that when it arrives that you hit it right. Kiki Ball back set to Meyer, gets it to go. Yeah, and this is where it starts to get dangerous. Prairiland kind of hung around first half of this set on you if you're not careful. Johnson pushes it over, set up, ball, and Bradbury will send it. Ball will set to Bradbury, this time a big swing, and a great job defensively. Does this get over? Yes. And Wheaton had a little bit of an attempt, but it's kind of an awkward angle from where that one was coming from, and the point goes over to the Prairiland Lady Patriots. Anderson set to serve for Prairiland. Wheaton set up by Johnson. Bettis. Kiki Ball. And let's see, did that go long? Yes, it did. Bradbury, I think, kind of got caught in between there. And by the time she put her swing on, it was just kind of, tough to get it in the trajectory that she wanted, as Ball will set up Wheaton and gets a great angle on it. 17-12. And now it will be Bradbury to serve. Dirksen rotates out, spring it back in. Johnson sent over by Anderson. Kiki Ball, and just a great job by Santos, the block at the net, and she's fired up. Senior, she'll rotate out for Leland Jones, as her and Haley Maldonado share a little moment over on the bench after that block. And this time Bennett. Spring it, Ball. Bradbury wants a big swing. She gets it. her approach to the game is pretty much, here it is, see if you can stop it. No secrets, nothing, overly just, we're not trying to trick you. We're not, not crafty or clever, but here's a big swing. What can you do with it? Oh, nothing? Yeah, we thought so. This kill is going to be aided by the suspended scoreboard here at the top of Patriot Gym. As Logan Meyer serves, Leland Jones looking to find open space. And Wheaton going up and just punching that one into the floor, and there's a timeout. 20-13, Chisum leading set number 2, and we will be right back here on Game Day.
Hey, I'm Josh Charette, project manager with 2B Builders. We're a local GC here in Texarkana. We have Lone Star out here doing our heating and AC. They do a good job for us. We really appreciate the customer service that they provide. I know that at Lone Star Heating and Air, I can always call Matt or Dave, their head commercial HVAC guy, and they will always pick up the phone when I need them. And that's a big thing when we're working out here on these commercial projects. Usually when we're in a bind, we need something and we need it pretty quickly, and we can rely on Lone Star for that. Hey, I'm Josh Charette.
And we are back here on Game Day out of the timeout, and the Chisum Lady Mustangs leading 20-13 over the Prairiland Lady Patriots out here in Pattonville. And it will be Logan Meyer to serve for the Chisum Lady Mustangs. I want to thank some of our sponsors, our presenting sponsors, Texas Furniture and Appliance and Red River Credit Union. Thank you guys so very much for making Paris Game Day possible. As we get back to the action, Meyer. And a nice hit from O'Neal. And a block at the net. I'll tell you one thing that Prairiland has done well at is challenging at the net. On the other side, let's see what this ruling is. Maybe getting into the net, under the net perhaps. 21-13. And especially here in this second set, I think Prairiland is playing pretty well. Just up against a really tough team as Jared Johnson dumps it over, and on the other side, Bettis does a good job defensively keeping that one in, but it doesn't stay in on the second hit. And as we mentioned, Prairiland stuck around for a while, and Chisum can just overwhelm you as O'Neal gets a hit on it, and there's the block at the net from Crawford this time. And that's the thing about this team is, Logan Meyer, Addie Bradbury, Spring it. You look at Wheaton and Bennett, and then all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, here's Olivia Crawford, who can play at the net really well also. Great job from Bettis getting that point for the Prairiland Lady Patriots. And she'll head to the service line. Bradbury to Meyer, Wheaton. And a good job from Prairiland keeping that one up. It goes out though. And with that, 24-14. Spring it, looking for that final point. It'll be a point, but it'll go over to the Prairiland Lady Patriots. And it'll be O'Neal set to serve. O'Neal goes long, and it is a set win for the cheer from our sponsors. And we will be right back with the third set here on Game Day.
Yay! We're so excited you decided to become a member.
Thanks, I didn't think it would be this easy.
I know. We've opened up memberships so even more people can take advantage of our amazing services.
Union difference. Anytime, anywhere.
No, seriously, are you gonna clean this up?
Do you RRCU?
We're here at the biggest game of the year for the kickoff. And I say these local guys have no competition, John.
No doubt, Stephen. Why sweat in the press box?
When you can sit like a king.
And we got the best seats in the house right here, baby.
Where every seat is the best seat.
Oh yeah, Texas Furniture and Appliance. Local since 1927.
At Raffaelli Property Management, keeping our tenants comfortable is a top priority. That's why we trust Lone Star Heat and Air. They've always been dependable, quick to respond. We couldn't recommend Lone Star Heat and Air more for anyone looking for a reliable HVAC service.
And we are back getting ready for set number 3 out here in Pattonville, where the Chisum Lady Mustangs have a 2-0 lead over the Prairiland Lady Patriots. And the Prairiland Lady Patriots here on senior night, they got started with a, really nice, back and forth with Chisum. We talked about how, you got to stick around. If you want to pick up a set win, then you're going to have to be there at some point whenever you reach that 20-point mark. And then you're kind of getting in that range, right? And then Chisum does what Chisum does. They just go on a run. They overwhelm. They make you get in your head. And that is why they are the number 3 ranked team in the state in Class 3A. That's why they are 34-4 on the season. That's why they're 8-0 in district champions for the first time in a decade. And that is also why they are on a 25-match win streak as they get ready for set number 3 against the Prairiland Lady Patriots, who are looking to punch their ticket to the playoffs. They've got Mount Vernon standing right behind them. And either way, Mount Vernon is going to have a challenge as Chisum takes this first point. For the Chisum Lady Mustangs, looking at their schedule and what they have remaining on it, and for the Prairiland Lady Patriots, it's pretty much going to be a play-in game against Mount Vernon. And that one will be on the road, so vitally, vitally important. And I think we're going to have something said from Coach Weddle here. Just asking someone not to blow a whistle or whatever the case may be. So appreciate that, Coach Weddle. Looking at these district standings, the first 3 spots are well occupied as Prairiland is going to have Jared Johnson set to serve. Chisum sitting at the top. Lone Oak and just not elevated enough to clear the net. So that's your first 3. Chisum, Lone Oak between Prairiland and Mount Vernon. And between those 2 teams, looking at how one way has to adjust, come back the other, and with one hand on the other side, Bradbury, O'Neill to Bettis. And Chisum. A little bit of back and forth we go here in the beginning of this third set. Prairiland does not want to go quietly as Johnson with a clever dump just over the front line and finds some empty space in Chisum's defense. And coming up to serve will be Ashlyn Anderson. tied up 3-3 in the early third set. And this one will go wide. Bradbury coming up to the service line as Dirksen will rotate out. Bettis, and a great job double blocking at the net. Logan Meyer, Heidi Wheaton, and that is a tough tandem as Bradbury will serve once again. This one is just beautiful. I mean, had a little cut to it there at the end, and right in between Jared Johnson and Anderson. Here's Bradbury, Bettis, and Johnson. Again, we've talked about how, one of the biggest enemies of Prairiland has been that net. It's not necessarily, long, wide, mistakes that are those types of things. Not a ton of miscommunications. They get a beautiful double block between Bettis and Santos. But really, clearing that net has been a challenge. 7-4. Robertson serving, and Kiki Ball trying a little dump over the net, and she gets caught. Springett receives, bumped, and it'll be sent over wide. So now Chisum with a 1-point lead. And going right down the line, finding the corner, is Logan Meyer to make it 8-6. Third set, and the Prairiland Lady Patriots, seems like, the first set, things really got away from them early. It was 13-3 before you know it. Second set, they were right there, kind of keeping it in that 3-point range until about 10 to 11 to 8, that kind of spot, and then that's when Chisum took off. And then here, keeping it even tighter. And now tied up 8-8 here in the third set. But again, even as your opponent starts really challenging you, as Bettis is a nice serve. Springett brings it up, and Heidi Wheaton puts a strong swing on it, but Prairiland defensively does a good job. Cross-court set. Here's Bennett, hard swing, and looking to find open space after the block at the net. And Wheaton sends it over, but it'll go wide in the Prairiland Lady Patriots with a 9-8 lead. So kind of like we were saying, as first set, not close. Second set, they kept it tight for a while, and then here in the third set, they've got a lead close to midway through. Bettis and Springett is going to have to work to get that one back over, and finally Bradbury does so. And here's Johnson, blocked at the net. Leland Jones, and of course Prairiland, they want a tip, but they're saying no. Sails wide, tied up 9-9. It'll be Springett. Received by Robertson, and Once again, Prairiland asking for a tip on the ball. And the official saying he's not entirely sure. And they asked the line judge, and the line judge says he didn't see a tip. And so the point goes over to the Chisum Lady Mustangs as Bettis puts a nice swing on it. Tied back up, 10-10. Maldonado coming back in. Rotating for Robertson. On the other side, Dirksen. She'll have a seat. And Olivia Crawford in for the Chisum Lady Mustangs. O'Neal pops it up, and Crawford gets the point for the Chisum Lady Mustangs. And obviously, Chisum, a tough customer. Prairiland hanging in there. Let's say Prairiland picks up this set win. The challenge is, man, can you do it 3 times in a row against a team that has state title aspirations? As here's Bradbury. Bettis sends it back over. Smith back to Bradbury, and this one will get the job done. It is 12-10. And the Chisum Lady Mustangs have Breland Bridges at the service line. And Bridges comes in and has a nice serve, tough to handle. Prairiland sends it back. Set up for Bradbury, and a great job. Does this one stay in? Yes. I'd say, oh no. Oh, they say that one was out. And it might have been long from my vantage point. I can't really see down that direction, but I thought that Prairiland on a huge swing from Bradbury kind of had the ball go their way, but I was certainly mistaken, as here's the crafty dump. And I believe that was Logan Meyer, and that's the challenge when you're going up against a team that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How high can you count young ladies who can put a big arm on it? This one sails long. You're always bracing. You're always geared up for that big block at the net. And then all of a sudden, instead of a set for it, here's a little dump. And an ace this time from Leland Jones. And this is what Prairiland needs to do. 14-12, Chisum, you kind of could feel that momentum start to head their way. And Prairiland weathering the storm. And a great job. Can they keep it? No, blocked by the sign, by the suspended scoreboard. And the point goes over to the Chisum Lady Mustangs. The effort was outstanding from Prairiland, and now Kiki Ball going to the service line, and that was a tough one. Again, no rotation, knuckleball, drops right over the net. And it'll be ball once again. And good effort from O'Neal. And just how, I'm saying that Prairiland does a good job weathering the storm, 14-12. Chisum reels off 3 very quick points off the service from Kiki Ball. Johnson pushes it forward, and then she comes up for the hit. Yeah. Gets it to go. And she will head back to serve. Meanwhile, Chisum, you know, you don't want to say that they're coasting, but here's a big swing, and O'Neal tries to do something with it, but I'll tell you, that is always tough when Bradbury goes and puts a big arm on it. 18-13 with Jazz Smith coming up to serve. And again, it is just so tough to stop the Chisum Lady Mustangs as Jera tries a little bit of a back dump, falls into the net, and now the Chisum Lady Mustangs can smell the blood in the water. Johnson back set, going middle floor, gets it to go, is Haley Maldonado. And she will check out, and it'll be Ashlyn Anderson coming in to do the service duties. And Chisum Lady Mustangs. Long. And now they're within striking range to end this thing here tonight. And as we warned you guys before the broadcast started, the Chisum student section is right here next to us. I mean, within 5 feet or so, as Johnson pops it up for Santos and once again catches the net. And it'll be Addie Bradbury. And I'm betting, you know, having seen this team and, you know, a couple of teams from around the district, that if I am, you know, putting my money on who the district MVP might be, my bet would be she's currently at the service line here in Patriot Gym in Pattonville wearing red and black, sporting the number 10. Set up for O'Neal, and now on the other side, Meyer, she gets it to go, and Chisum a couple of points away from wrapping this thing up here tonight as Katie Bush rotates in for Bennett. And now we're going to have a timeout, 23-14. We're going to step aside. We will be back right here on Game Day.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jason with Golden Corral in Texarkana. I've got big cheers going out to Lone Star Heating and Air. I talked with Matt Shirley over at Lone Star Heating and Air. They actually came out, looked to see what we needed. They ordered the supplies or the equipment and everything. They came in and they did the install. They did 2 units in 1 day with no business disruptions whatsoever. Thanks to Lone Star Heating and Air, we got our air up and going and everything's running good.
And back here on Game Day, just in time for Bradbury's serve. And a nice swing from Meyer, 15. And for the Prairiland Lady Patriots, going to have Robertson doing the service duties. Prairiland libero to fellow libero Springett. Sends it back over, and Jera Johnson sets up Bettis, who gets her second straight point. And so 23-16. Chisum on the verge of victory. Prairiland looking to extend this. And going down the line, that is just perfection from Logan Meyer. I'm telling you, with the rotation, you really can't do it any better than what Meyer did as far as placement of that hit. And now she will step back to serve. Johnson. Bettis will punch it over. And then once again, I mean, just brilliant placement to end this one, 25-16. And that's how this one reigns. And for the Prairiland Lady Patriots, they will look to punch their playoff ticket against Mount Vernon on Friday. For Reed